The Eagle has landed in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers may not be an astronaut, but the drama surrounding his situation with the Packers beyond worldly. The reigning NFL MVP arrived at Austin Strobel Airport via private jet just in time to make it to training camp. And we've seen some Instagram stories from Aaron Rodgers and his star wideout, Davante Adams. It is a one last dance reference, one last go around together. By the way, Packers president Mark Murphy didn't mind the last dance rumor, said, I hope I can see Aaron win as many rings as Michael. That would be a terrific way to end his career, end quote. Well, he did pick up a ring with the Bucs, so he's at 2, right? Let's welcome in Jason LaCanfora, NFL insider. So, Jason, what more can you tell us about Rodgers here coming back to the Pack?
Yeah, look, they were able to sort of come up with their global settlement of this offseason of grievances and gripes and proposals and counter proposals that really went nowhere for the better part of 5 months, and do it in a timely enough manner so that Aaron Rodgers is in the building and ready to go to work. Will every I be dotted and T crossed on this revamped contract by the time they practice or start their intake procedures? Probably not, but they're far enough along with this, and they've agreed to enough tenets that both parties are comfortable with where this is going, and it's going in the direction of one more year in Green Bay and then a trade after the season. Is that written into the contract? No, it's hard to write that into a contract anyway, but it is acknowledged by both sides that adding of, voiding years starting in 2023, taking away the ability to franchise or transition Aaron Rodgers and setting up a one-year scenario where he is then tradable after the season without it blowing up the Packers cap is all done for a reason, and it's to facilitate his exodus next year, but with the Packers maintaining the ability with one contractual year still to go to reap rewards for him in trades. But make no mistake, this isn't going to be, we had another good season, so we're keeping you around. No one wants another 5 months like they just went through. Everything has been put out on the table, and the exit strategy, the exit plan, is now going into effect. And will it include one more ring up there in Green Bay? We'll see. But the end of the Aaron Rodgers era in Green Bay starts in January, and that's obviously when the Jordan Love era, barring injury, previously would kick in.
All right, so I just want to be clear because, again, usually this type of drama surrounds a team descending, a player descending. And it's not the case for the Packers. 2 straight NFC title games and an MVP for Rodgers. So even if they win a title, you don't foresee any change to sort of this one-year truce?
I don't. I mean, we're a ways out, and never say never, I suppose. But this was not something that was done overnight. I mean, again, this has been a 5-month process that really started when Aaron Rodgers went public and kind of vented a little bit after that playoff loss, and it doesn't get resolved until literally the eve of the ensuing training camp. They drafted Jordan Love. They did it. They can say whatever they want. They did it because they weren't sure about Aaron Rodgers. They weren't sure that Aaron Rodgers had one more great season left in him, let alone multiple. Aaron Rodgers has set this up so that he has the kind of late career flexibility that we saw Peyton Manning get, that we saw Tom Brady get. I think the idea of winning somewhere other than Green Bay, let's not pretend that all of a sudden, because they reached this settlement, that everything's great. You know what I mean? Or that Aaron Rodgers still isn't going to be carrying along with him in his heart and in his mind some issues, some complaints, some problems about the way things have been run there in Green Bay for a long time. His angst and this tension didn't happen overnight, and what's happened in the last 24 hours, I don't think puts to bed entirely from a mental, emotional, human standpoint what Aaron Rodgers still thinks of some people in that organization.
All right, Packers at 15-1 sandwich with the Ravens and the Browns, according to William Hill. And let's end this thing with Joe Burrow out in Cincinnati. Of course, had some flashes as a rookie. Also got the David Carr treatment, sacked a million times. Jason, what can you tell us about the plan for him in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear when an owner speaks the way Mike Brown did about Joe Burrow. It's pretty clear how it's going to go down. And while he's been cleared to do everything in drills, and Zach Taylor, the head coach there, talked a lot about that. Mike Brown, who drafted this quarterback first overall, who rebuffed any and every trade overture by numerous other teams to move up so they could get Burrow, and who has waited a long time for a playoff win. He made it pretty clear we don't need to see Joe Burrow in any sort of competitive environment where he could get re-injured until these games start counting in the schedule. So I think if you get out to Bengals camp, I'll be there next weekend. You may see a fair amount from Joe Burrow, but it will be within that incubator, that cocoon, where if anybody gets within a couple of feet of him, they're gonna hear about it. And then they hope and think and believe it'll be all systems go for week 1.
All right, we got to wrap this up, but quickly, you will be there on paper and via the draft. Have they addressed those needs protecting Joe?
Oh, I don't think they're where they need to be from a personnel standpoint.
All right, Jason LaCanfora with the latest in Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers, a couple of quarterbacks in the NFL. Jason, certainly appreciate it. We do want to tell you it's inching closer to fantasy football season. Mock drafts are happening right now. Your league drafts will be happening over the next 6 weeks as we get ready for another NFL season. The guys from FFT are back. Jamie Eisenberg, Dave Richard, Heath Cummings, every weekday, 12 p.m. Eastern with all your fantasy and DFS time needs. Also, Adam Azer on the pod. Make sure you download and follow today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.